look at what I am actually fucking playing. Not for very long, though. I'm still very much deciding how the fuck I want to manage the end of this game. And personally, it's probably just gonna do the Brotherhood of Steel and play through the DLC. And then once I'm done with everything, I'll go back to an old. I don't know. At some point, maybe I'll do it off cam, but I will go and do the other achievements down the other lines. I mean, nuclear option will be any of the 3 factions. Powering up. So I think these are all Institute, the blind betrayal that I'm going to try and do, because it shouldn't affect the outcome. This will be to beat the Institute or something, maybe? I don't remember. And underground cover, I would have to continue working with the Institute, meaning my Brotherhood of Steel opportunity would go away if I did this whole mission. Rocket's red glares to attack the Brotherhood of Steel with the railroad to take down the Pridwin. I want to kill another giant creature. So I need to get a home run. Gotta decide the fate. And more of the other things that I had done. Let's see here. I'm just relearning buttons. There we go. Data. Nuka-Cola. Caravan distress call is maybe it's like the one of the workshops, because the other workshop was the Vault Tech workshop. Vault 88 radio beacon, nice. And then this is probably Far Harbor Valentine's Detective Agency radio. A lot of calls and broadcasts. Personally, I don't know if I'm actually going to do any of these, because I just don't want to. Oh, I already started this, technically. Oh, no. I know the entrance to Nuka-Cola trains over here because it's shown it on the interactive map that I've looked at to find things and the fun weapons that I want to use and get legendary ones. Bravo. Here we go. I'm desperately hoping that my charisma is high enough, because I put 1 point in it to save Dance. I don't want him to die. It's so stupid. Yes, he's a Sith, but guys, can you know? this is so depressing. Like, this is honestly just an unbelievably, other than like the beginning, this is probably one of the most depressing points in the game. Other than apparently in previous games, the Brotherhood of Steel were always enemies, is something I've heard. So this is like one of the first games where you could actually ally with them. Like, I just think I just like it. The Brotherhood of Steel. It sounds cool. They got all this fucking, like, they have a giant ship. Like a giant blimp? I don't know how. I don't even know how the fuck that thing runs, what it uses. Then they have so much fucking power armor, too, that it just seems really cool, and that you'd want to be on their side, not fighting them constantly. So that sounds like it would be miserable. But I haven't done it. I didn't get to enjoy those types of experiences or games. Where did my... Oh, it's over here. I think I'm gonna take a fat dab, though. I just need a fat dab. I haven't even done a dab in forever. Boop. Diamonds. I got that gold digger, my guy. Oh, man. This guy literally has been fighting for the fucking Brotherhood. What, was he supposed to be a spy, maybe? And he didn't even know he was a synth. And he's like, yeah, Brotherhood! And now he's like, what the fuck? And they're trying to kill him. I get he's your enemy, that synths are enemies to you guys, but come on, man. He was fighting on your side. He was on your side. He didn't even know what he was. Towards the beginning of the game, I had my own sneaking suspicions I didn't read anything, I didn't know anything about the game yet. But just the way he talked seemed, I don't know, the way he sounded and talked kind of just reminded me of, well, a bit of a synth. A bit. Like, I don't know why. I don't know how to explain it. I just had a weird feeling. And somehow it was programmed to be that way. So, it was true. But yeah. Here's the big old dab to hoping and praying that I can save this guy, because he doesn't deserve to die when he just found out as soon as they did. He can't tell me that was it for smoke. No way, bro. I'm glad it did that. Oh, yeah. Ammo. Glad it did that little spin around. I almost missed that. first I gotta trick him. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to sit here and watch someone get murdered. Oh, the Radaway's gone. Man. Not a hand. Ah, there it is.
I can feel the chill of this place. I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I don't understand what's going on, Dance.
Believe me, this is more of a shock to me than it is to you. I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
No. But I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you.
I'm not
I wish
killing
Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing.
you. I don't care.
I'm a synth, which means I need
Nick
to
Valentine's
be
a
destroyed.
fucking synth.
If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood
care.
of Steel and everything. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology
Dude,
that's
you're
run amok
fine.
is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction.
Nukes did.
I need to be the example,
Not technology.
not the exception.
Nukes have been around.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but
No.
I've made my decision.
You're not
I'm ready
making
to
any
accept the
decisions.
consequences of my true identity. Maxon's
No.
ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned.
No.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just... Why would you do that for me?
It's still orange.
I've already lost my family. I don't want...
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I should consider how my death might affect the people that
This
care
guy
about
has
me.
been around and been
People
telling me
like
what
you
to do
and Halen.
since towards
Perhaps
the
now that
beginning.
you've
I mean,
opened my eyes, I can consider my next move.
Whatever you decide to do.
Thank you, my friend. But the only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth.
yeah.
The sooner I make for the border, the sooner... Take my holotags. Use them. Now, come on.
Yeah, but I'm glad you loved that. I don't want you. This guy doesn't deserve to die for any reason. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. He has done nothing wrong except being put in a precarious situation that he didn't even know about, including you. And you guys were fine with it until you found out. Did that... my alert cake? Yeah, I'll take that. Going up.
betrayed the Brotherhood.
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's not a thing. He's one of your best men.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory.
So
Flesh
what?
is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine. By attempting to play God, the Institute has taken the sanctity of human life and corrupted it beyond measure.
After all I've done for the Brotherhood, all
Exactly.
the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about me?
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most.
He's done so much
Acknowledge
for them.
that's
It's a
gone
little
too
ridiculous.
Far.
Why
Look
does
around
he have
you,
to kill
Dance.
him?
Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They
Nukes
called
were
it a new
dropped.
frontier
For what
and pushing
reason?
the envelope.
Sounds like China.
Can't you see the same thing is happening? You're a
do you
single bomb in
mean?
an arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left.
That's insane. He dedicated his life to protecting mankind.
Is that what it told you? How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive? A machine that's had its mind erased, its thoughts programmed, its very soul
I like how he's
manufactured.
doing the finger thing.
Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's
I
true.
will fight you about this all
I
day.
was built within the confines of a laboratory, and some of my memories aren't my own. But when I saw my brothers dying at my feet, I felt sorrow. When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope. Don't you understand? I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing
Exactly.
to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now.
Oh
The
my
Institute
God,
has
man.
foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist. I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity.
No.
And I thank you for it.
I'm gonna do whatever I
Whatever
can
you
to fight it.
decide. Know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
Please, for the love of God.
After all the sacrifices I've made and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Trust and respect. You'll lose us both. He saved lives. Fuck.
Speak, Knight. This needs to be resolved. Now.
There's 3 options.
Whether he's human or not, Dan saved the lives of countless Brotherhood soldiers. Now it's time you saved his.
Dance was merely following the rules set up in its program.
Alright. So it's not that one. There ain't no way I'm giving up on this. No way. No way. I want this. I've been able to persuade him before. I want to do it again. I don't care what I have to do. I'll fucking do whatever it fucking takes. I don't care. Man, this is so irritating. I may have to go back to an even later save and get multiple points.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood? Oh, Knight, what?
He's still alive. Because you're wrong.
Him! Dance isn't a man. It wasn't born of flesh. It's by attempting to play
After all I've done.
you're the physical. Look around you, Dan. Millions. They called it a new front. Can't you see? You're a single bomb and
Right.
They can't hide from us.
That's insane.
Is that what it told? How can you trust
Sure.
a machine? Those ethics that
It's true. But when don't you, from the moment...
it's too late for them. The Institute is... I don't intend. My orders...
It's all right. You convinced me, whatever you decide.
touching. Either you execute...
After all this,
Very well. I'm listening.
if Dance dies, then you lose me as well. I can't stay in good conscience if his life means that little to you.
Unbelievable.
Thank God.
You'd be willing to sacrifice your career for the sake of a machine? So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive, which leaves me with only a single alternative. Dance, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead. You were pursued and slain by this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated. From this day forward, you are forbidden to set foot on the Pridwin, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you choose to ignore me, know you'll be fired upon immediately. Do
Thank
we
you.
understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason you're still alive is because of him. I'm returning to the Pridwin Night. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Yeah, you made
It
it.
took a hell of a
Fuck
lot
yeah.
of guts to stand up to Maxon like that.
Friends take care of each other, no matter what.
That they do. Which is why I've decided to stay here. I
Yay.
didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post. But it will have to do. Besides, you're still gonna need my help. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you wander the Commonwealth alone.
Can
Now,
I
you better
can
get back
send
to
you
the Pridwin.
somewhere.
In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable.
Unless you
If
want
you
to
ever
stay
need me,
here.
I'll be right here.
I mean... Oh, yeah. Shooting synths.
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxon knew she was involved, so she'll be safe. I'll contact her and let her know what happened here. It's the least I could do.
Alright. That's good.
Are you gonna have a problem killing synths?
I might physically be a synth, but my heart and mind belong to the
Alright.
Brotherhood. The Institute is still a tremendous threat to the Commonwealth. They possess technologies that need to be confiscated or destroyed. I promise you, I won't hesitate to pull the trigger.
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the
Why
next
would
time
you
we
want to
meet,
be like, oh, come
we'll be
here,
under
come with
happier
me.
circumstances.
You're probably gonna go back to the Pridwin next. You're gonna just immediately bring him back. Hey, look at this guy. Yeah, that's a smart idea. Oh, that's a relief. That one point in charisma could have been the save. I don't know if that would have been able to go down the same way if place the marker there so I know Dance is there. I'll be like, why the fuck is there a marker there? I know now. Thank you. Sometimes you just gotta be rough with them. I picked X, which was to, like, you know, dumb. I was like, you'll lose us both. And he's like, fuck.
Reporting is ordered, Elder.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. This conversation will be the last time we speak about Dance. As far as the Brotherhood of Steel is concerned, he's dead. Do you understand?
I'll never understand.
You're not gonna have him killed behind my back, are you?
I'm a man of my word, Knight. If he remains invisible to the Brotherhood of course.
All right.
Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power.
So what, he
Congratulations,
got out
Paladin.
Not even cool. Power armor. I'm honored.
I won't disappoint you, Elder.
Had I even a single doubt in my mind, I wouldn't have awarded you the promotion. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint
The main
them
reason I want to do the Brotherhood
or
of
disappoint
Steel...
me. In any event, we still have the Institute to continue.
I mean, I don't know what would
and a lot
happen
of work to do
in the
before we
other
can begin our final assault.
ones
While the
if you
finishing
go
touches
after
are being
them.
put onto Liberty
Well,
Prime.
I want to see
Captain
Liberty
Kells
Prime.
has identified
Like,
a
I don't
potential
know what
threat
would
to our
happen if you
operations.
attack them, if they're
Report
going
to
to
him
use it, or if
immediately
it's
for
going to
your
be...
next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Oh, if you... Yeah, I did it. No, if you do it...
Delta sequence initiated. Completion time 14 minutes.
Yeah, this is getting rid of the railroad.
I'll send for you if I need you.
I need... what the fuck? Alright, you just teleported. What did I need?
Station keeping maintained. Thrusters stable.
Fuck, I forgot. And essentially I can completely avoid like if you focus on other things, like I just remember, if you focus on the other things, the Brotherhood of Steel isn't gonna have the power core or whatever it needs, the mass fusion thing, to really power up, so it's gonna be useless. And I just want to see what the fuck it's gonna do, and like, are they gonna bring it inside it, and how the hell is that gonna work? I want to see it. They have this giant fucking iron giant, I guess, giant metal robot. Got the fucking Power Rangers up in this bitch. I don't know where the Fridwin quarters or whatever it is. I mean, if I can find Maxon's thing, I assume we'd be around.
Attention all personnel. I'm disappointed I need to address this, but unsanctioned social contact with Commonwealth natives is strictly prohibited.
Yeah,
anyone who is engaged in such fraternization should report to Night Captain Cade for immediate decontamination.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot.
That is all.
I can't even steal his stuff. Why is it like a hole you gotta go in through this? Just for that. Like, it's a small room. Why do I need to have a loading screen for that? Glad he's still alive. Cram. 4 fusion cores. Fuck yeah, dude. I hope they refill. Yeah, I have my own safe. telling me Dance smoked and drank? Sell it. It's this. Give it all to me. Even the canned dog food. I'm gonna sell it. Unfilled kickball. Fuck yeah. I think that's everything. Thanks.
Attention. Any personnel who have not completed their annual medical evaluation should report to Night Captain Cade immediately to schedule an examination. That is all.
I'm guessing he's down there then. I don't see anything. Maybe I have things I can drop off. Expert. So they're all locked, huh? They're locked, but they're not red. Alright, I'll try and break into them.
Nice. That's it.
Auto caps. 20 value. Fuck yeah. .50 caliber. So this is my old area bed then. I'm a paladin now, bitch. Hey, personal log.
Personal log entry 142. I can sum up living on the Pridwin in 4 words. I miss field assignments. Don't get me wrong, the research we're doing is exciting stuff, but life on this ship is a nightmare. I'm trapped in this metal tube 18 hours a day. I still can't decide who smells worse, the soldiers or the mole rats. And what passes for conversation among the grunts makes mutants seem scholarly. I'm gonna speak to Proctor Quinlan. Field scribes cannot have it this bad.
Oh yeah, I'm in armor. I don't have to worry about fall damage. I don't think this is the right area for those people. That, you can turn in the blood samples and stuff too. Guess I need to go to the other section. I mean, I'm gonna have to probably go to that section anyways. Because right now I'm on the main deck. Now I'm going to the command deck. That's where he is, but the command deck has... the command deck. The command
Paladin.
deck.
Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance is...
Yes.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands... Now,
Yeah.
before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat. The Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations. which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Why is the railroad such a threat?
Even with their relatively small numbers, the railroad is a constant threat to our operations. They've already proven to be resilient against superior forces, with a knack for disappearing when cornered. Worse still, they possess the capability to help synths flee the Institute. If we intend to end the synth menace, we need to plug the leaks. Destroying the railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
What if I just go and kill, find their person getting the synths out and kill them? Missed my chance.
Do they all have to die?
Absolutely. It's the only effective way of ensuring that they're no longer a threat.
Now, before you depart, Dr. Ingram has additional orders for you to complete.
Our sources tell us that the railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on PAM's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Prydwen. I'm certain we could put PAM's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
Anything useful you can tell me about PAM?
We have very little. Its primary function is supposed to be using map. I have no idea how successful it was, but if the railroad's been using PAM, I'm sure Proctor Quinlan would be pleased.
I think that should be sufficient information. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church. They'll provide demolition support. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Try and get Pam back here.
I think it just, it literally, yeah, I'm enemies with the railroad just for talking to them. So they gave me this one. Weirdly enough. Why?
You're in one piece, okay?
Underground undercover failed. What a damn shame.
It looks dead. Put one more in its head for good measure. I take the chance.
I don't even know how the railroad would know. But no, I can't teleport in. What the fuck is it? Oh yeah, I need to go to the Institute.
Right here, that rogue symbol, Redefined, real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Requisition clearance granted. How may I help you?
Let's see what you have.
Doesn't really have much. The fuck?
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... well, it's important.
Yeah.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure, with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Excuse me, but, sir, are you sure this is, well, the proper time to be discussing that? Considering, I mean, given all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Who, me? I don't think so.
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity.
Oh.
I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
In this world, I'm sure.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others. On our surroundings. That time is over. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival,
that sounds like a
prosperity.
Stupid fucking idea. If you really think anything nuclear...
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was original. Over the years, we've advanced. The reactor is close.
Oh, I want to say
how
yes,
you
disaster.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground up. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, He has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful.
He's gonna die anyways.
I'm sorry to say I am dying.
No! You can't
Please,
be serious!
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the institution. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything
Now
is.
it makes me...
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, I clearly have faith in you. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
Oh, well.
Dr. Fillmore.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course, that's why we're talking. Otherwise, you'd be... Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Beryllium agitator.
That sounds dangerous.
Any place above ground has its risks, but that's why you're in charge. You're there to protect me.
Oh, you're going? Jesus fuck.
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I can handle this by myself.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's old. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come back in one piece.
You're going?
Not really, no. This device we're after, it's very sensitive equipment. So, are you going to put up a stink?
Sounds good. I'd appreciate.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back. But here we are, with our... Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move. We don't want them getting the agitator. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet
you. Oh. Oh, it's all going to shit right now. Well, shit. I really hate when games decide to do this stuff. I mean, if you want to do it, go ahead, but when you put achievements for stuff, I mean, it's already hard enough too. It's Brotherhood or Steel or Institute, obviously, because, you know, my son. That's where I am gonna call it for this. Said I was gonna do Mankind Redefined and Blind Betrayal, and I did. I am done. Time to move on. Something else. What do I want to do? Guess Dead Island 2 is what I'm about to do. Catch you then in a second. See ya.